I really look forward to this. She's an absolutely wonderful composer, Lena Raine. And the name of this track is called Sandy Footsteps, I believe. It says right there in the thumbnail. And this is from the game Beastieball. So this is how we start off our The Avocado Show. Film, TV, video game, artist, band, music reaction show thingy, whatever it is that I do here. All right, let's do this. Nice playing around with the delay on that. Oh, she gave me bass chills. What she's doing with the bass. I love this middle tone arrangement here. I'm not laughing at the arrangement. I just love what she's doing with the bass. She's having so much fun with it. So this is not a new game, I take it, right? This is something that maybe she put in her discography from the past? Let me know, guys. Is this a new game or an old? Well, thank you, Anford. I like that, poking the nostalgia buttons. Hi, Asteroid Jason. Thank you. Lena, were you a bass player in your last life? Let me know. Come on in the comments and say hi. Wouldn't that be cool if I got her in on an interview? I think that'd be fun. I love how everything here, not only does it hit the press the nostalgia buttons like you said earlier, but I also like how everything is really roping around the pattern. Okay, change the pattern a little bit. So once that pattern just starts to get in and it just kind of sinks in, the changes that are going around it, but that is just kind of the zip line pattern. So I guess this is kind of a looping bit here. I'll bet you it's probably going to fade. Oh. Well, I mean, I heard some of you guys say that this isn't even out yet to the public. I mean, obviously I can't get in trouble for listening to it. I know that person on Patreon is a big fan of Lena Raine and the other works that she's done, like Celeste. I think it's Celeste, right? I'm trying to remember. Help me. So you guys have heard me talk about in the past how one of the kind of unique decisions that developers and composers make is when they purposefully will make a soundtrack sound nostalgic, even though we're in today's day and age with an incredible resource of modules and sounds and loops and things to compose. That does sometimes do the best they can to make it sound maybe 16-bit or something like that, just because there's so much nostalgia out there. And it depending, these are the little elements that the marketing division, working in unison with the developers as the game's going, at least in, maybe more than 5 to 10 people in a unit, like a game that's coming up. You think about stuff like that. So this definitely had a lot of the older nostalgic vibes to it. Being that I know nothing of the game or anything, it does sound like a really fun and colorful aspect of the game, that this is apparently named Sandy Footsteps, so maybe there isn't anything really aggressive going on here. And since I don't know what kind of a game this is and what might be happening here, if I was to compare this to the only platformer sandboxing game that I know of, because I play, which is Stardew Valley, I would say that this kind of music probably is going along with something that is, you're planting things or doing things or building something that puts you in like a very mellow mood, so that you can continue just maybe growing a garden or planting trees or building a house. Of course, somebody else mentioned earlier that she's also done stuff for Minecraft, so she definitely has a very unique specialty in her comp skill, at least that I only know of from what little of hers that I've listened to. That's just right up her alley kind of a thing. So but yeah, okay, so Anford, that makes sense. If it's something that just keeps you company while you're doing something, that's exactly the vibe right there. Right? I could have said that and cut out all the rest of the stuff I said earlier, but I didn't, and you did, and thank you for that. So yeah, that was from Beastieball. Apparently, now I just remember, I'm looking at this as this was only released 6 hours ago. So that Patreon friend of mine, or person on Patreon, just fired it right out to me. So it's a new one, and we get to be of the first few hundred people to have heard that. So super cool beans.